stuff we've heard before, right? I don't know that we got really anything new. No economic development announcements, not a lot of talk. Said affordability a couple times, but no real proposals to bring cost of living down.
Can we afford a tax cut?
We'll see. I don't know. I'm not sure that we can.
You're not the only one.
No, you're not.
There's skepticism on the right side of the aisle as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've been told that I'm not sure that it is a 10% tax cut, quite frankly. So we need to look at the numbers and see if we can actually afford it, whatever
Explain
we can
that.
do. So it seems like it's maybe a 5% cut in the budget across the board and a 5% offset in some way. We'll see.
Not much talk. There was acknowledgement that West Virginians are facing increased cost, utility bills, cost of housing, cost of living in general. Not much in the way of addressing that unless you're talking about tax cuts and growing the economy. What would you have liked to have heard?
Yeah, that's right. And I heard the governor on earlier in the hour mentioning that as West Virginia becomes a net exporter of energy, that people's utility bills are going to go down. We're already a net exporter of energy, so I'm not really sure how that's going to make people's bills go down even more. We're already making more energy than we can use in the state.
How do you want to lower utility bills? I wrote a piece earlier in the week talking about your agenda. You told me you have some ideas. I love specifics. I know you do too.
Yeah.
How do we lower utility bills?
Yeah, so I mean, I think one thing we can do is bring some accountability to the PSC, bring some accountability to the regional transmitter organization, the PJM market, to make sure that we actually know what's going on at those things. Is that directly going to bring costs down? I'm not sure, but we want people to have a little bit of say in their utility bills at all. There's a little bit of education that needs to happen there. One thing we could do is a rate freeze. We can do quite a bit to protect ratepayers from subsidizing these data centers that we think are going to come in. That's a big worry that we're seeing all across the country. So we just want to make sure that we're protecting ratepayers.
Is FERC not taking care of those things?
Not really, no. They haven't really taken care of a lot of those things in a while to make sure that people's costs are low. We had some conversations about transmission lines, and that was the most I've seen the Republicans fight in a while, quite frankly.
Yeah, Morrow line came up during discussions. I saw
Yeah.
that. Kayla Young joining us here at the ARP broadcast location. TJ and I have talked about the situation public schools are in. Most recently, we talked about Hancock County, but we've talked about several of them that they're underwater. How do we address them?
They are underwater, and the governor mentioned investing in public education, but his only proposal was science of reading bills, which we support the science of reading, but I didn't hear anything about dollars going into public education at all, just funding the Hope Scholarship that consultants told us yesterday we can't afford to do anymore.
So you want to take it away completely?
No, not saying that in the slightest, but I do think we should look at some guardrails and reining it in some capacity, whether that's just getting more data on who's applying, whether that's an income cap. We simply can't afford it. I mean, the surplus that's projected right now doesn't even cover the cost of the scholarship for the next year, let alone any of the other proposals he put forward.
What do you want to see with public education? I mean, we have a state aid formula. We fund the state aid formula. Schools are still struggling. Where do we need to start?
They are. I mean, I think we could look at how the Board of Education's function as a whole. A lot of people say there's too much money in the administrative portion. I'm not specifically tied to one or the other, but we need to look at it. Clearly what we're doing is not working, so we need to look at other alternatives.
I mean, we have schools can't make payroll. Roane County had a problem. Hancock County we're hearing about now. I'm hearing about a fund that may help bail them out. I get it. We need to pay our teachers, but we can't keep doing that.
No,
just can't.
I completely agree with that. And we also have enrollment going down by an average of 20% in each county. That means whatever we're doing is not working.
Less counties, less boards? I mean, do we have to get real?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's worth considering all proposals, right? I think we're open to just looking to see out what's working. We are losing population at a massive rate. We need to just figure out what we can do to help everybody to make sure that all students are being accounted for, because we do not have great educational outcomes, as we saw in our economic outlook yesterday.
How does the caucus of 9 approach the legislative session?
I mean, I think we bring forward common sense policies. We are ultra focused on bringing people's costs down in very, very, very tangible ways this session. And we try to work to get those bills across the finish line. Some of the things the governor mentioned last night were proposals we've been putting forward for years. Portable benefits, micro-credentialing, things that just make common sense.
Explain portable benefit very, very quickly. That caught my ear last night.
Yeah, so typically in our society, benefits are tied to your employer. This is a system where they wouldn't be tied to your employer. There would be state options available where folks have them on their own. Really great for self-employed people, really small businesses that can't afford to reasonably pay for insurance for their folks. So it goes with the person, not with the job.
So the benefits, the employer rolls it into your 401k. You keep that no matter how many jobs
That's right.
That's the idea.
Yeah.
Talk to me about housing. I know that's a big one. Roger Hanshaw on yesterday said, hey, let's cut sales tax on building supplies.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Other things we can do are increasing supply, and there's a lot of ways to do that. We can work to bring zoning regulations down so it's more uniform across the state. I think that is a very bipartisan idea, to do whatever we can. Accessory dwelling units are huge, making sure that there aren't minimum lot sizes, minimum parking spaces. Just
So the zoning's
easy.
too onerous.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, we need to cut red tape. Makes sense, huh?
Cut red tape.
Huh.
I was just kind of, there are bipartisan ideas. There are still such things as
How do you
bipartisan
get by
ideas.
the politics?
Well, and it would be
because
nice
they're not
if-
going to want to give you a win.
Do these people not talk about cutting red tape all the time? Why does it matter who's introducing it?
I agree with you, but
I don't think
is that reality though?
It should be reality,
Well, I
because
agree
I
with that
think
too.
regular people think that these are normal policies. They don't care. Do we know who sponsors the bills that pass? Not usually. Normal people do not care about that. The people in this building should care about it a little less.
Kanawha County Delegate Kayla Young. Hey, thanks for stopping by. We appreciate it.
Thanks. Happy session.
Got to take a break. Wrap up hour number 1.